Hi, well I'm at the ancient village of Avebury today and come along to see some of these old standing stones. And there's a stone circle actually around the whole village. In fact, I think it's the only stone circle that has a church and a pub in the middle of it. But it's fascinating, the size of these old stones as you walk along. And you can see, if I just turn around, you'll see how large they are. So there's a whole row going around. And it's just simply massive, the scale of all of this. And of course it sort of set me thinking. I always like coming out for trips because you get inspiration. I mean, the Glasgow chair was a case in point. Following my visits to Glasgow, I made the Glasgow chair. And looking at these stones, it makes me sort of think about the origins and the tools that some of these people must have been using. Old sort of, axes and whatever to try and cut the wood to move the stones. And how did they transport them? How did they move them? Anyway, then it poses a question. What's the oldest tool that you have in your collection at the moment? I've got a few. I'll show you a few. When I'm back at the workshop, I'll pull them out and I'll show them to you. Okay. Anyway, I'll carry on enjoying seeing these stones. And I'll just do a quick spin around and you can get an idea of what it's like. There you are. Okay, off to the workshop then. Hi, well I'm back in the workshop now, and these are some of my old tools I just thought I'd show you. So they're ones I use mainly for chair making, but also shrink pots. So this one actually did feature in a film. It's one where it's used in a brace and bit for rounding off the bottom of chair legs. And I picked this up from Bermondsey Market. Now Bermondsey Market in London used to be quite an interesting street market, antique market, with special laws, and it was something along the lines of legal title would pass on goods if they were sold before sunrise or something. And there was quite a famous case of an oil painting which was stolen and then sold, but legal title did pass with it. So that's Bermondsey Market. This actually also came from Bermondsey Market, and these are probably a bit more common in the States. They're certainly very rare here. They're for making like tenon joints, dowel joints on the ends of, again, things like chair legs. And they're using a brace and bit, so two little flying cutters. And they come in different sizes. I have got a few of these actually, but they have those little cutting blades at an angle, so quite good fun. I'll show you those actually in just a second. And then this is actually quite a recent acquisition from a Bodger's clear out. I just liked it for marking out the shrink pot sides, and it's an old wooden marking gauge with like a sliding, if I can just do it with my hand, a nice sliding wooden pin there that locks it, and you've got your little stubby nail for marking the bit of wood. But it's a lovely old bit of tool, that. I do like old tools. You always think of the history that people have been using with them. I'll just show you those other ones in action. Okay, well I'm just putting this cone-shaped rounding off cutter in my brace and bit. Hopefully it's in strong enough. And the idea is, if you have a chair leg or something, which I've got in the vise here, you can take the edge off it and you can see a little shaving coming out. So it's ideal for rounding off the bottom of chair legs, or giving yourself, whoops, it's come out, giving yourself a smooth top, say, to the end of a rake or something like that. So that's the cone one with its cutter. And then I'll try and pop one of these in and just show you. I really need an old-fashioned brace and bit for these, which is in the house, needless to say, because it would fit better. But anyway, that may work. Let's have a go. Again, you can see with this one, you've got like two cutting blades. Squeak squeak, and there you are. You get a dowel on the end, so quite good for a socket joint or something like that. And there it is in the tool. So there you are. That's my old tools. I'd be interested to see in the comments below what old tools you have. Anyway, thanks very much for watching. Bye bye.